praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching the season finale of Snowball Earth. And man, what a feel-good ending. It's got me excited about the next season. Yeah, I mean, just a solid ending. It wasn't nothing crazy, just a solid ending. We all having a meal together. We laid some people to rest, and we have plans moving forward, right? So I'm excited, family. I thoroughly enjoyed this season of Snowball Earth. I want to say I enjoyed it more than I planned on. But it's really solid, man. Really quick, family. We are on the road to 200 YouTube subscribers, family. So if you're watching this and not subscribed to our YouTube, go ahead and change that for me. Help us out. We really appreciate it. And it's free for you to do. Okay, family. I don't even know how long this review is going to be because there wasn't, a whole lot, I feel like. I mean, if whatever I forget, put in the comments. Let me know if you disagree with me and that there wasn't a lot. But so, family, right, at first we were dealing with the humanoid kaiju and Nadare, right? And that wasn't very long, but we did conclude that battle. So what happened? So Tetsuo ended last episode with a drop kick to the Nadare's, the humanoid kaiju's head, saving Sagami. Then the humanoid kaiju turns to aim its blast at Tetsuo. Yukio comes in and saves him, right? Now we're ready for the battle, because then this kaiju fuses with the bottom half left of Hercules, right? Because what it looked like was like, it's got 4 legs like a centaur, like the bottom half of a centaur, but it had created a mouth around its abdomen area, right? When it was the full version of Hercules. And so she fused with it in a way that like the bottom jaw, she created like the top part of the skull. Anyhow, family. So she fused, she called it Nadaracles. I wonder why the kaiju took that form of Nadare again. That had me curious, but I don't know. Anyhow, and she did it in a way that was like, Gaara, like doing the Shikaku transformation. Now while she sends like this crazy blast and she's manipulating it, chasing Yukio, right? While Tetsuo's inside it. And so Tetsuo's thinking like, man, I gotta close the distance and get in so I can strike her. While we're doing our maneuvers, Sagami somehow sneaks up onto the kaiju with his firearm, and he shoots Nadare like, what seems to be a fatal shot. It wasn't. She whips around. We seen her like rotate her head like in an owl-like fashion, right? Like the vertebrae don't matter. She just spinning however way. So she whips her head around with a blast and takes Sagami out like Frieza Destructo Disc style. Just literally split him in half. Right? Now it's at this time that Tetsuo, deals a final blow to the kaiju. We defeated the kaiju, but we understand that this was just an avatar. This was just a piece, a little mini clone of the actual humanoid kaiju. So we'll be seeing more of them. But that was basically the end of the conflict for the season, family. We are able to bury Sagami. All of the Vierde children reawakened, right? And they'll actually be joining us now. I'm skipping ahead kinda a little bit, but they'll be joining us. But so family, what we did was we ended up having well, let's see. After this, that was like about the end of the day, right? And then Tetsuo falls asleep. I might be forgetting something here in between. But Tetsuo falls asleep. He wakes up the next day after the fight, and he's feeling weird, right? So we're told, hey, man, you got to go see the boss. The boss is a pretty good doctor. So on the way to seeing the boss, we see Al. And Al's recovering. She's eating. She's got to eat kaiju meat to recover faster, and it's her duty to recover because when she recovers, Land of Men is recovered, producing heat for the mall, right? So she's kind of locked in, but she was kind of looking for some support, some emotional support, because she views herself as a savior. And that can be kind of isolating. So she was kind of looking for some type of emotional support. Tetsuo was able to give it to her, and then her friends were there to also, bring it home. So that was great to see. Al is a character that I liked, definitely that I liked more than I thought I would. Land of Men too. They reminded Al, because she was like, man, I didn't save them all like I was supposed to, and Tetsuo came and had to save me. And they're like, girl, do you remember that you were fighting 4 kaiju at once? Right? So that was cool. We're looking for the boss all day. We're looking for the boss. We find her at the cemetery. This is the first time I think we saw the cemetery. And so they have a big old ice monument with all the names of anybody who ever passed while staying at Mishima Mall. We find when we're there observing the memorial, the boss comes out from behind it. That was curious. What's behind there? We saw at the end of the episode, but she was behind there, and she immediately sees what's wrong with Tetsuo. She's like, "Oh, you got frostbite on your ear," because his ears were all messed up. And we were like, "What's going on there?" And he was saying his face felt tingly. It was just some frostbite on the ears. She asked, what else is wrong with you? Because if you don't tell me now, you'll regret it later. He's got a big old bruise on his ribs. She wraps him up. He's going to be okay. Now it's banquet time, baby. We're having a celebration, One Piece style. It's drinks, it's meat, it's laughter, right? It's praise. But so it's great, right? Oh, you know what scene I forgot here was, and this was while they were looking for the boss, but so basically we took the Vierde children and we, had them in a probationary period, right? I said they're ultimately, by next season, they're gonna be joining us. This right now, we're like, it's a probation. We've got them in an isolated space. We've got Yukio watching guard over them, because we're like, hey, like trying to make sure like, hey, y'all chilled out, y'all still on y'all's, Sagami stuff. But they weren't. Okay, so now we get to the banquet. What was cool about the banquet was Tetsuo is a legit savior, bro. What I thought, it's his, I don't know, maybe it didn't stand out to anybody else like me, but when everybody's eating the kaiju meat and he's offered some, Tetsuo is, he's like, oh no, I'm good. I don't know how I'll react to the kaiju meat, because we know it's about a 50-50 toss-up, family, that you'll survive or not when you eat kaiju meat as a human, right? Now, after you've survived, you're good. You're in the clear. But Tetsuo doesn't know that he's in the clear. So he's being responsible. He said the best ability is availability. So he's like, I gotta be ready to go and to save y'all whenever the time arises. So I'm not gonna eat no meat. I got me some canned tuna, he said. But then what was so sweet, family, because everybody's thanking Tetsuo, they're thanking him with words and everything. Then they realize, oh, you're not eating kaiju meat. Oh, they start giving him all of the other snacks that they have for him. So it was really nice. And then somebody whipped it up. Oh boy, whipped it up for him in a really nice meal setup. Anyhow, family. And then, but so next season, we're going to be moving, because we know the humanoid kaiju is probably tracking and chasing us. We're going to be moving away and switching locations. It's going to be very exciting, but there is a season 2. All praises due to the Most High, family. Peace and love.